Do I feel good today? What is up, DTL Universe? It's your boy, the coach, and we are live every single weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on demand on the weekends. Now, we're getting closer and closer to the month of August, which means we're getting closer and closer to the football. But right now, it's about the Olympics. It's about soccer. It's about baseball. How did we do yesterday, as we are the most transparent show in all of sports betting? Well, it was, as I like to call it, kind of a ho-hum day, if you know what I mean. But you, the crew, oh, you guys were very, very smart. You took Team USA, the ladies, and they rolled. Breanna Stewart, I'm here for you. So, can you guys make it 2 wins in a row? Do not forget a little housekeeping today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. As always, the crew from DTL Golf will be live as we get set. We're down to just a couple of weeks left before we get to the FedEx Cup playoffs. Or do we? No, it's the Olympics today. We got it covered for you on DTL Golf. But I've got a crew that's standing by, ready to go, but I cannot do without my partner, my 5-tool player, the man that grinds 24/7 with that big old... What was that little graphic that just came by just now? The drive-by that I wasn't expecting. Good morning, AB.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. Just putting some updates on what we normally have. No big change.
Oh, it looks big to me. You and Nils are always working behind the scenes. So, AB, normally we don't do story time at the top of the show, but I got a couple of nuggets for you if you're cool with it. So today's a big day in my life. Big day in my life. So my little baby girl, guess what we're going to go do today after the show?
What's that?
She takes her driving test today.
Oh, nice.
16 years old.
Or
like it was yesterday. Yeah. So we're all fired up for her driving test today. So if you guys don't hear from me on social media, it didn't go well. But AB, I'm coming off, I kid you not, I'm coming off maybe the most exciting night of betting I've ever had in my life. Maybe a little exaggerated, but in my life. So we lose the Phillies over, correct? We lose the Phillies and the Reds over. So I'm spiraling. I'm bored. You know how it is. You get to late night. So I played the Royals over, and it's like 4-2 going into the 8th. What happens, Bobby Witt? Thank you very much. But here's where it got crazy, AB. The Diamondbacks late night last game. I just put a bunch on. I bet way more than I should have because I was bored. And I'm running an errand. I look down. It's 6-0 Nationals. So what does your boy do, AB?
Double down.
Let's look at the live over. It was 13. Oh, we'll bet that big too. And as the game's going on and on, I'm dying. It's 8-2. I'm literally in no man's land. And did you see the finish of the game?
Yeah, the bottom of the ninth.
Bottom of the ninth, 8-4. We need a run, a triple, 2 home runs, 5 runs with 1 out, and they win 9-8, and I won everything. It was bananas. So I'm in a great day. I'm in a great mood today.
That's awesome. And like that sweat, that bottom of the night sweat, then you get a triple, 2 home runs.
Like, it was crazy. Madness. And I'm watching on my phone. It's in the car, right? You know how you go to ESPN.com and it'll have all the graphics and it does all the fireworks when it's doing home. I was like, I almost drove off the road. It's like 9:30 at night running an errand. I'm driving off the road. So but that's enough about me.
Well, no. I was going to say, so last night, we had the same deal with the home run hitters, right?
Talk to me.
Aaron Judge hit it. Marcell Ozuna hit it. Pete Alonso hit it. All right. Rafael Devers, the Red Sox scored 7,000 runs last night, right?
Yes.
Devers is coming up to bat. They yank him out of the game. The guy who replaces him hits a home run. All right. So I was like, all right, I said on Twitter that we should get half credit for that one, right? So he hit 4,
no doubt.
Well, 3.5 out of 5, right? The only one who didn't was Bryce Harper. Like the one that we all thought was going to hit a bomb. He was the only one that did on that list.
It's amazing how many of these you're hitting lately. It really, really is amazing. And let's do it again today.
Yeah.
By the way, Austin says, I got a surprise for the coach and AB Thursday morning. Okay. Can't wait for that. By the way, Joe said, had Nationals double result at plus 240 last night. Checked in after 6 innings. I know, Joe, for every good, there's a bad. I get it. I feel for you. But we were on the other side. All right, AB, we've got a crew that's standing by. They're the best in the business. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready? I know you are. Crew play of the day, courtesy of our man, Howie Schwab. We never forget. What are our choices today?
2 games, 4 options here. Blue Jays, Orioles over 8.5. Blue Jays, Orioles under 8.5. Yankees, Phillies over 9. Yankees, Phillies under 9. Polls in the chat. Vote now. We'll update as we always do at the end of the show.
I have 2 live cash with the coach plays today, and I don't even look at that stuff. And they're both of the games that you put in for Howie Schwab. We got like kindred spirits today. I absolutely love it. All right. Enough of me and AB bloviating or me bloviating. All right. It's time for the picks. Oh, little Al says I enjoyed BBT last night. Well, it's BTT, but we'll take it. Thanks for watching, little Al. Look who I've got. Look who I've got here. I mean, these guys, they're asking to be on BTT all the time. Now, he is our numbers guy. He never stops working. He's always grinding. Rafael Esparza. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. And what a day for Olympics yesterday. Huge upsets. Qatar men beat the #1 beach volleyball team, Sweden. They were plus 2,500. And cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Coco goes down today in tennis. Gonna love me some Olympics all day long.
She got in a big argument with the umpire. I think that completely threw her off.
Yes.
Completely threw her off. I know you always find a plus 2,500. All right. Champions League qualifying is back. Second leg, which means my man is all over it. And we've got Leagues Cup in the evening. Charles, my man from the Dirty. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Coach, crew, chat. Yeah, full day of soccer. And then yesterday was a classic example of how we lost the battle but won the war. If you follow my homepage, we hit 3 free play winners. We hit the know if you know. We even got the Bobby Witt home run. So make sure you're following us all day because we got some nice nuggets that you can pick up along the way as well. So love today's action. Ready to cash some tickets.
Charles, I did not give you the 15 seconds today. You can't just automatically take it whenever you want to. Now, nobody
was that 15?
It was like 25, to be honest. It was like 25. Now
he went right into the plug too.
Yeah, he did. He really did. Seamless.
Way over tippy time.
Yeah. He's got the best beard in the game, and he's on our team. Soupy, good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning to the crew. Specifically, Mark, a.k.a. Better Days Ahead. We had a little chat over the weekend. He's got some things planned for the crew that we were talking about. So definitely excited when all that starts up.
Whoa.
Oh, you don't know?
Well, I last time I checked, I ran the brand with AB. And if you're having conversations that I don't know about, I should know about them. That's all I'm saying. So
he just ran them to me. So I thought maybe you knew, but yeah.
Interesting, AB. We'll have a meeting after the show today.
I don't know
no
either.
Doubt about it. Well, we really got an issue then if AB doesn't know all about it. All right, let's get into it. We've got Champions League qualifying during the day here in the United States. So I got 2 plays for my man, Charles. Let's start right there.
The second legs of the Champions League qualifiers, they resumed today, and we're going right back to that match where we had 2 disallowed goals last week, where Slovan, whose home matches averaged 3.4 total goals last season, welcomed Celje to town, who averaged 3 total goals on the road last season as well. We're going to grab that over 2.5 as I project at least 3 in this spot. And I'm going to grab Celje first half team total over half a goal. I like them as a dog in this spot, and I expect them to get off to a fast start. And this is in the Champions League qualifiers.
And what do you call when we give out a play live, Charles? What do you call that?
Stay on your toes. We pushed that one. We pushed that one yesterday too. We should have cashed that one.
This is about me, Charles. This is about me.
Oh, I know,
Coach.
You
yesterday.
I know, Coach.
It's about me.
I was just refreshing.
Call it. Just refreshing. I've got to stay on your toes. Play from Champions League qualifying today. Fenerbahce, FC Lugano. No, I don't know how to spell them. I don't need to. Take the over. It's different in different books. 3, 2.75. Did you look at that one? I like the over in that game today.
Over 3 and 3.25. Yeah, I like that one as well.
All right.
Nice
Thank
pick,
you very
Coach.
much. Stay on your toes.
That's next level.
All right, Raphael, I'm coming over. Charles, you have moved into a world onto your own. I absolutely love seeing it. Also, my man who's been working on that talent work on camera, and it's coming out of his shell as well. Raphael, let's go.
I was going to do a Champions League play for stay on your toes, but I don't want to step on those two toes. So I'm going to go with some Olympics. That's right, some Olympics. The first one, yes, men's volleyball, Slovenia, -$2. This one opened up -180. I made this number close to $3. I am blown away. That's only $2 right now. Some shops have 210. They dominated Canada 3-1. Canada had nothing to do. They were just too big up front. I think Slovenia has no issue today. I laid the -$2 against Serbia. And then in hoops, we're going to Olympic hoops. That's why Germany, who can hit the 3-ball for men's basketball all day long, over 167.5. Now Brazil, they had to play France in those Twin Towers, so their offense struggled all game long. But Germany, they like to stretch the ball out. They'll shoot the 3-ball. I think Brazil will have a better showing on offense today because there's no 7-footers in the lane like Wemby and them. So I think Brazil will put some points up. I like the over 167.5.
What did you make about Giannis and Greece going down? They can
going down
to get to the medal round.
They're stagnant.
The knockout stage.
Their offense looks like the Houston Rockets back in the days when the bearded one was there. Just stagnant, just iso ball with guys, and they have no passing, so just stagnant offense.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Real quick, because there's a big time change. Do you know the start of this Brazil game to make sure people don't miss out on that?
I do believe it's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the last game of today. I know France Japan is the one that's going off pretty soon.
Okay, so 3 p.m. Eastern and noon Pacific. Thank you, Raphael, very, very much. Soupy, let me come over to you, big boy, because it's nice that you just happened to pick the Nationals D-backs over 9. They scored 17 last night, late night, as you heard my story. Why do you like them today? You're up.
Could I just say that it's Patrick Corbin Day and end it there?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
No, but the Diamondbacks are hitting 271 with a 402 slugging percentage against Corbin. And again, the Nats have been hitting incredibly lately, 8 or more runs in 3 of their last 4 games. And the Diamondbacks have been playing pretty well too. 1 of 5 of their last 6, and they're scoring an average of 6.8 runs per game. And now let's go to an American League East rival. Orioles, Blue Jays, tentatively right now. The Chris Bassett will be pitching this game. Who knows with the trade deadline coming? Bassett has been rumored to be one of those guys being traded. He has a 6.23 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Orioles are batting .369 with a 691 slugging against Bassett. So, and even if Bassett doesn't pitch, they're still going to go against possibly that Toronto bullpen, second worst ERA in the league. I'm going to go all in on Toronto, still best power lineup in the league, over 4.5 runs.
I agree with you, and Raphael has been warning us to be very careful with the trade deadline looming, but I still think that means runs in the Blue Jays Orioles. I still believe that. By the way, somebody in the chat said Patrick Corbin has been lights out his last 3 starts. I just went and looked. 7 innings, 3 runs. That's not lights out. 6 innings, 1 run, not bad. 5 innings, 4 runs. 5 innings, 3 runs. 6 innings, 4 runs. We can still call it Patrick Corbin Day. He has not been lights out, but that's okay. That's okay. By the way, I don't know if you noticed yesterday, Soupy, we started calling it Chris Flexen Day yesterday as well for the White Sox, which proved out as the Royals scored 8 on the White Sox last night. All right. I love when AB's got his focus face on. When he's focused on the chat, he's focused taking care of people there. I absolutely love it. So, AB, keep doing what you're doing. And I got to go back over to Charles because tonight there is the Leagues Cup, and I have been fascinated, Charles, by how much these teams and fans are into this. I think it's 5 teams from Mexico and 11 teams from the MLS, and I'm here for it. What do you like tonight?
We're going to that Leagues Cup to wrap up the day with LAFC and Vancouver, who always have high-scoring games when they're paired together in La La Land. So we're going ahead with 10 of the last 12 actually producing 3 or more total goals. So we'll go ahead and get the over 3 full-time goals, LAFC, Vancouver, to wrap up the soccer day.
I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. By the way, TJ says, hey, did you check codes if you won all 3 of those games? Doesn't matter. You said he was lights out. Why am I always somebody in the chat? TJ, I don't read them. We have 1 million people in the chat. Sometimes it disappears. Don't take it so personal. I read it. There you go. I said your name. TJ. All right, AB. Let me come over to you, big boy. Because as I look at it, I love both of your plays today. I almost made both of them. You are up, sir.
So first off, all right, look, Marlins Rays over 7.5. Oakland A's team total over 3.5 plus 105. So let's get the picks out of the way. First, the weather. Okay?
Yes.
The weather in San Francisco is phenomenal. Okay? Now, the Giants just traded Jorge Soler to the Atlanta Braves. So no Soler power out there for the Giants. However, the Oakland A's are mashing, and the ball's going to be flying out in the Bay. Hey, look, this is a home game for the A's. All right, they ain't traveling far at all, so don't worry about that. Twins Mets, 16 miles an hour, blowing out left center. We saw the Mets go crazy last night. You could see a ton of runs in that one as well. And then Toronto, Baltimore, 84% humidity. My God, the ball is going to be flying. It is going to be just a home run fest out there in Baltimore. So those are the weather plays that you need to know of. All right, so we said the A's team total over 3.5. But if we go back to the screen here, we've got the Marlins and the Rays over 7.5. And you say to yourself, AB, why the hell are we playing the Marlins and the Rays over 7.5? And I'm going to tell you why. Imagine everyone out there, all right, whatever you do for work, imagine you walked in your office today and half the people were gone, traded to another company, and those spots are now open. And not only are those spots open for you to take, you are going to triple your money doing so in securing said jobs. They're right there.
Oh.
That chair's right there in front of you, i.e. hitting spots in the lineup, all right? And you can triple your money by getting a starting spot. Triple it today. Do you not think everyone is going to come out mashing the hell out of the baseball trying to do it? And that's for both teams. So the Marlins Rays over 7.5. There are going to be some motivated dudes out there today.
Boy, I got a little PTSD there, AB, when you're describing that situation. If you know, you know. Yep. Justin says, if that happened to me, I'd honestly just go home. Oh, Justin. No. You dig in. By the way, Big Cheesy says, I love AB as the weatherman. My local weatherman doesn't get as close as AB. Do you feel like it's a cheat code when you do that? Because you're almost perfect with the games that you do that with. You really are.
You know, it's nice. And I'll say this, for somebody who absolutely did not study in school, was always constantly in trouble for talking, right? Like, you just kind of pick it up as you go. You're like, oh, this information was actually valuable. All right, there we go.
It shocks me, AB, that you were not the consummate student back in high school. Shocking to all of us. Shocking to all of us.
My first year in college, I'll say this. My first year in college, I rushed Kappa Sigma. All right, A to B, to any Kappa Sigs out there, and I finished. I went home after the fall semester with a 0.0 GPA. I failed every class, and my dad was going to beat me with a bat. So
wait a minute. You actually lived out Animal House.
You did? Yeah. That was your world. That was your life.
Yeah.
Oh,
0.0.
man.
I was on academic probation immediately.
That is so funny. I can just see it right now. AB walking in as an 18-year-old, running all the pools in the house. This is what I'll do for you if you let me in. Oh, I can see it already.
Big Dave, A to B, brother.
Yeah. You can tell we're getting closer and closer to football because now people like Tom from Pittsburgh, they're back. He says, took some time away from gambling. It's a good time to do it. In the summertime, nice to be back, though. Tom, it's great to have you back live. And for any of you that are brand new to our little brand and you want to become a premium member, we've got crew exclusive content as well. We want everybody to make this your one-stop shop. Now, we got a lot to talk about today when it comes to topics. We're not just a sports betting brand. We do it all. And today, that little segment, I cannot wait for August 30th, brought to you by Reagan, the movie.
Welcome to your life.
There's nothing a retired governor can do, but a president, now he can do a thing or two.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
August 30th. So many great movies coming out in the fall of 2024, and DTL will be the driving force. All right, AB, I'm going to start with you, big boy, because an interview came out with John Elway yesterday. And over the years, there have been a lot of misses, good and bad. And he said that his biggest miss as the general manager of the Denver Broncos was not drafting Josh Allen in 2018. Can you imagine the Broncos with Josh Allen the last 6 years? Completely different. So it got me to thinking, in your mind, AB, who's the biggest miss, good or bad, in sports history? Your take.
That is a great question. I think everybody that bought into the Johnny Manziel hype, like that's my go-to, because he was undersized. The reports were out there. He didn't do any work. But again, I at least give him credit that he tried. Jamarcus Russell was the biggest miss to me. And I'll tell you why. Everyone knew he did zero prep work at all. The team actually sent him a DVD box, okay? that they said, hey, we want you to watch these plays, check them out. We think it's going to help, okay? On like a Friday. Monday comes in, they're like, hey, did you watch that video? Yeah. It helped a lot. They didn't put the disc in there. They knew that he would never open it.
You're kidding me.
No, that's a true story.
I've never heard that story in my life.
Yeah, Google it. It's a true story. Like, he legitimately it was that bad. Like, Jamarcus Russell is my answer for sure.
Wow. Soupy, what do you got?
There's another story that two of his backup quarterbacks, they were trying to get him to watch film, They had to come over with Wendy's cheeseburgers in order for him to watch film.
Golly, you and him have so much in common, Soupy. It's really crazy. Really crazy. I wrote down 5 answers that were going to be my go-to, and AB just nailed 2 of them. Johnny Manziel and Jamarcus Russell. Russell, by the way, that was 2007, I believe, was the year for that. I love those answers. So, Soupy, let me come right back over to you, big boy. Who's your biggest miss?
We got to go a little further back. 1992 MLB draft.
Ooh, okay.
A Astros scout, Hal Neuheiser, had this guy in mind. He told the Astros, you have to take him at number 1. You have to take him at number 1. They didn't listen to him. They took Phil Nevin with the number 1 overall pick from Cal State Fullerton. They traded him within his rookie year. The guy who they didn't take, some kid from Kalamazoo, Michigan named Derek Jeter.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, man. And if you've ever seen the 30 for 30 on Jeter, you know that he can literally name every player that was picked. That's a great one. Derek Jeter. By the way, somebody in the chat said Patrick Mahomes. That's how great Patrick Mahomes is. He was still taken in the top 15, and he's still considered a big-time miss. So, yeah, AB, go.
I just want to add in, we've got to give the Chiefs the absolute most credit on Patrick Mahomes, and here's why. Remember, going into that, they had a starting quarterback named Alex Smith who just took them to the playoffs. They did not need a quarterback. Not only did they do their homework on Patrick Mahomes and draft him, they traded up to do it. If that doesn't work, everyone's fired. Everyone is gone.
Yeah, they set him the first year. Remember that? Yeah. He didn't play.
They deserve all the credit in the world because they took the biggest swing on the planet and 100%. They trusted their homework and did it. Yeah.
100%. And all 3 of those guys, AB, just got extensions this offseason because those 3 guys, Andy, the GM, 3 Super Bowls because of what AB's talking about. Oh, my goodness. I love this discussion. Raphael, you're like a rabid dog sitting over going, let me go. Let me go. Who are you going to go with today, sir?
I hope you guys can see this right here. I had Soupy will pick Derek Jeter as his pick, and I was correct. So I actually gave myself a high five when he was talking. I didn't want to laugh on camera, but I just want to give myself a high five. But I have two words: Sam Bowie. That's all you have to say. Sam Bowie from Portland Trailblazers passing over Michael Jordan. But don't forget, Hakeem Olajuwon was the number one pick. Everyone thinks Michael Jordan was the number one pick in that draft. No, it was Hakeem Olajuwon. But Sam Bowie, number 2. Jordan goes number 3. And I was with AB, Jamarcus Russell. The reason why I thought this, because they passed up on Megatron. And this was the worst year for quarterbacks. I think that's why I give it not so bad of a selection. You know who was the second quarterback drafted in that in 2007? The 22nd pick, Brady Quinn. So it was a horrible QB draft class. So I kind of understand why they had to go to that one, because normally your first pick, you try to want to get that established quarterback to, boost your ego or boost your team, because you're probably the bad team getting that number 1 pick. But man, Brady Quinn and Jamarcus Russell were 2 quarterbacks drafted. What a horrible draft. What was Mel Kiper doing that day?
I wish you all could have been around Mel Kiper at some point. There's so many positives to working at ESPN. Man, when he would walk in, because he lived in Baltimore, and whenever he'd show up on campus, it was like a rock star walked in, and it wasn't even a big-time athlete at all. My official answer is the number 2 overall pick in the 1998 draft. The San Diego Chargers get Ryan Leaf. Oh, over $40 million guaranteed. Peyton Manning goes number 1. Ryan Leaf 2. And then we all know, but he's made a comeback. He's like on TV now, which is awesome. Your life is not over at 25, but man, he made it difficult on a lot of people during his NFL career. So I'm going to go Ryan Leaf. Let's go Raphael first, then AB.
Coach, I wrote down on mine that you were going to say Patrick Mahomes. So I went 1 for 2.
Okay. It's all right. It's all right. AB, go.
I love that you brought up Ryan Leaf, and I love that you brought up that there are redemption stories, because there might not be anyone on planet Earth who has eaten his mistakes and owned them and lived them than Ryan Leaf. Go look after the show is done. Go to YouTube and look when he is hosting the Rich Eisen show. He took 20 minutes during the show live to break down exactly everything that he did wrong in his life that led him up to all the crime and all of that stuff, like all the things that he did wrong and what to never do again. It's inspirational to see a guy who is not afraid to own it so that other people can learn from it. Like, I've got a massive amount of respect for Ryan Leaf. Massive amount.
Yeah, I do for anybody. Like, it drives me insane, especially when you're in the public eye like we are, when you see somebody, and maybe it could be a non-story, or these clickbait places, they love to just, let me do this, even if it's nonsense. So I love the redemption stories. And I think we're getting to a point where people understand there's so much BS out there that just stick with what you really do know. Now, speaking of a little BS, as I was preparing for the show, AB, I came across an article, an interview with the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. His name is John Harbaugh. And I also have a lot of respect for John Harbaugh. But he said this in this interview about his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He says, quote, "The vision that we have together is that Lamar Jackson is going to become and be known and be recognized as the greatest quarterback ever to play in the history of the National Football League." I had to read it about 5 times to see if he was joking. Your take. AB.
Wait, who did you call for it?
AB, sorry. AB.
Okay, sorry. All right, look, so here's the deal. John Harbaugh is a positive guy. Jim Harbaugh is a positive. They come from this. They're a football family factory. I think John Harbaugh is trying to speak on Lamar Jackson's level. And what I mean by that is from a player's perspective of going for everything that you can in your career. In his head, I think John Harbaugh saying, all right, we got a lot of MVPs. We need to start getting some Super Bowl rings. We're going to have to start doing this. Yeah, like we're going to start doing it now. So it's coach speak for sure. I'm a big Harbaugh fan. Both John, Jim. I think that they motivate guys almost better than anyone in college football and in the NFL. So they always will get the support from me. But yeah, I think that's John Harbaugh saying it's time to start adding some hardware, for everybody and not just, MVP. And I don't put that as a negative on Lamar. I like Lamar Jackson, but I think that that's kind of what that is.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to go about it for sure. Rick in the chat says, I've got a massive amount of respect for Soupy's beard. Hey, Rick, so do we. So do we. Soupy, let me come over to you, big boy, because even if it's coach speak, whatever it is, he now has put this into the universe. And not that Lamar Jackson doesn't handle pressure well, but you're now saying that he could potentially be in the conversation when he's done with Tom Brady, with Patrick Mahomes, with Joe Montana. I mean, are we serious right now? Soupy, your take.
Yeah, right now it's not there because he doesn't need the Super Bowls. It doesn't. We talk about who are the greatest quarterbacks. You mentioned Brady, Mahomes, Elway, Montana. We talk about Marino, but we don't necessarily put him up there because he doesn't have the Super Bowl. Now, last year was a big step up for Jackson in that whole Ravens offense because they got rid of Greg Norman and they added Todd Monken. That was a big upgrade for his passing game. He career highs in passing yards, career high in passing yards per attempt. You just have to see how he does this year in that second year with that offense. If he can enhance even more that passing game, add the mobility, and get to the Super Bowl first. Even if you don't win, at least you could get there. Then you could start talking about is Lamar Jackson possibly could become one of the best. But he needs to get to that Super Bowl first.
I'm just digesting everything that you just said there and hoping that you can digest it as well as we just have that pregnant ABs over there.
Hey, I'll tell you this before Raphael goes. I'll say this, and I can speak 1,000,000% honesty to every Ravens fan that's out there. I'll tell you somebody who's going to force everybody to work their ass off, and that's Derrick Henry. That dude does not take days off.
He was there.
He doesn't let anybody take reps off, time off. If you want to find the opposite of Aaron Rodgers, it's Derrick Henry, right? Like, I salute to every Ravens fan out there. I'm telling you, you're going to see. You think he doesn't have anything left in the tank? Bull. Yes, he does.
It sounds like he's like me running this ship. I never let anybody take any time off.
And two things, if you want to bet real quick, I know.
Yeah.
Number one, Derrick Henry's thrown a touchdown pass every single year in the NFL. Bet it. Yep. You can bet it. We hit it the last 2 years. He'll throw a touchdown pass. And number two, remember, the Ravens don't lose preseason games, Haas. They win all of them.
Ever. By the way, August 5th, we start our NFL coverage right here on DTL. The first two teams, Cowboys and the Eagles in the NFC East. But Raphael, for the here and the now, literally Soupy just took up 60-plus seconds of our life trying to explain how there could be a scenario where Lamar Jackson could be considered the greatest of all time. Please,
it's the greatest of all time.
Possibly. Bring us back to reality, Raphael, please.
First of all, the sportsbooks hate the Ravens during preseason. You don't know how badly they hate the Baltimore Ravens during preseason. But I like Lamar Jackson, don't get me wrong, but no, he's not even close. I know Harbaugh said that just to boost him up, but like you said, he needs to win a ship, and he ain't going to win a ship anytime soon. I don't even think they will even win the division, or plus 140 to win the division. Bengals are up there with Eminem as their quarterback. Don't sleep on the Cleveland Browns. I'll tell you this right now. I said this on Sirius Radio. I've said this on multiple shows. My Super Bowl winner is the Cleveland Browns because of that defense. If I can get any kind of quarterback with Watson or their backup that they got from the Saints, I can't just drew a blank. I think they win it because of that defense. I'm not sold on Baltimore. I think Pittsburgh might be the second place, and maybe Baltimore take 3. I'm sorry. Lamar Jackson, great MVP season. I think the Ravens take a small step backward. Yes, I know Henry's there, but he's a little bit older now. And yes, he let Lamar take a day off yesterday because he had the sniffle. So how big is he in the locker room right now? Not too well. I'm just not sold on the Ravens yet. I like the Browns to win that division. I'm calling it right here. The Browns win the Super Bowl, 40-1.
Wow. Good job, producer man, bringing AB back on camera at that point.
Eminem. He called Joe Burrow Eminem for that haircut.
He just like glazed over it too.
It was
if anybody's
glorious.
seen any interviews in the preseason, you'll know why that's so funny.
That was good.
Your boy Randall, he's laughing his ass off in the chat that
Raphael
you just glazed right over. Oh, that's hilarious. Absolutely. And by the way, I think we forget that Russell Wilson is in Pittsburgh now. And who's his backup in Pittsburgh now? Started for the Bears last year.
Justin Fields.
And he hasn't practiced. He's been out with a calf injury. So Fields is beginning. I bet this Russell Wilson doesn't make the team. So I bet that. So I'm hoping hope his boo-boo and his calf can just go home and make records or make more babies because I don't think he makes the team.
Interesting.
We've made fun of Russell Wilson in that whole situation, and rightfully so. But I did have to laugh the other day or last week when Russ woke up and was just hurting because he was older. And he called Tomlin. He's like, dude, I just woke up and I'm hurting. And Tomlin goes, I get it. Take the day off.
Good. Just come out and sign some autographs and you'll be good.
Me up.
Oh, my God. Brian says, damn, as far as it takes, gone wild. I love it. I absolutely love it. Great job today, guys, on those two topics. All right, if you were not here at the top of the show at 10 a.m. Eastern time, don't worry about it. We got you covered in a little thing we like to call the whip around. All right, we've been hitting these at an alarmingly positive rate. Who's going to go the yard today? Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies. I love the over in this game today, plus 225. Juan Soto. Yankees are all of a sudden on fire again. Salvador Perez, the Royals. They're playing Chicago. Let's go. Brent Rooker, he's our favorite A's. He's in the picture right there. He is bombs. And Tyler Fitzgerald at plus 550. Charles, where are you going to go today?
I mean, you have to go with Rooker after AB's meteorology breakdown as well. So give me Brent Rooker plus 475 and my honorable mention, Ketel Marte against Patrick Corbin as well. But for show purposes, Rooker plus 475.
Marte has been on fire. Last night, he had a gigantic night. Did you just say meteorology? Meteorology. Yeah,
Astrology.
I heard you the first time. Yeah, yeah, a lot of big words used by my crew today. All right, AP, let's come over to you then. We got Marte as an honorable mention. We got Rooker, who has been a beast. Where are you going to go?
Well, speaking of astrology, look, I'm a Scorpio. All right, Scorpio season's coming here at the end of October, but that joke made no sense at all. I am going Brent Rooker, though, 475. Now, you got Tyler Fitzgerald in the same game. You could see both of these guys mashing because you're right. Chuck is right. We do have really nice hitting conditions there. But yep, I'm going to go Brent Rooker as well, man. 475. Kid should mash. Vlad Guerrero, as they're putting in the chat, he's not a bad option as well.
All right. By the way, we're on the A's team total by somebody. Who's on the A's team total today?
That is me.
Is that UAB? That'd be you. Okay. Very, very good. By the way, Kevin in the chat says, boss wants to know why I've got the boardroom booked every day at 10 a.m. Told him. Is Kevin putting us up on the big screen at the end of the boardroom where you put up all your presentations, and all of a sudden there are 5 stupid faces when the boss walks in. What are you doing, Kev? What are you doing? Oh, nothing. Just these 5 idiots every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. All right, we've got 2 down, 2 to go. Soupy, where are you going, big boy?
Well, it's actually currently Leo season. I don't know what that has to do with Juan Soto because I don't know if he's a Leo or not, but I think he's going to mash tonight against Aaron Nola.
Say that again. Who'd you just go with?
Juan Soto.
Juan Soto. Do you know who is a Leo, Soupy?
I am.
What day's your birthday? What day's your birthday? Raphael, please, you raise your hand. Who's a Leo that you know?
I'm guessing it's your daughter's a Leo.
Charles.
Myself,
Oh, what's your birthday?
August the 7th.
Interesting. My son JJ, he's the 5th. My birthday is the 12th. So we're all 3 Leos there, Charles. Raphael, sit down. Sit down. I can't believe you got
Your
that
son's
wrong.
birthday's on my wedding anniversary.
I'm sorry. All right, Soupy. Where are we going today? Or did you just say Juan Soto? And
I said Juan Soto.
This is completely off the rails. All right, Raphael, coming over to you. Where are we going today?
Taking everyone that everyone already said, because these been monstering. If you hit 2 out of 5, you're going to be winners no matter what. But I'm going to take Schwarber. I think a Schwarber becomes 225. I think a lot of home runs, even though it's a great pitching matchup today. And this one, I think a lot of home runs from the Phillies and Yankees go out.
All right. God, I realized I zeroed in on that over today. All right, we got a lot of good picks today. We got to bounce back from our ho-hum day on Monday. So, Charles, I'm coming over to you. We got Leagues Cup tonight. Let's start with the Champions League qualifier during the day.
Champions League qualifiers. We have the second legs with Slovan and Celje. I expect at least 3 goals in this match. We'll take the over 2.5. And Celje, first half team total over half and a goal. I like them as dogs in this spot, and I expect them to have a strong start. And we'll wrap it up with Leagues Cup, LAFC, Vancouver. 10 of the last 12, at least 3 total goals. We'll grab the over 3 full-time goals.
I like that one a lot. A lot of nighttime games tonight in that Leagues Cup. Raphael, you're all over the Olympics for us this year. What do you like today, sir?
Yeah, I'm going to the Olympic side. Men's Olympic volleyball, Slovenia -$2. I think they dominate. They just mastered Canada, had no chance. Canada was just lost the whole game, so I'll take Slovenia over Serbia. And then in baskets, we're going to take Germany, Brazil over 167.5. Over -110. Brazil just happy that they don't have to see Wemby in the middle. So I think they'll put some points up. Germany puts the light ball up with the 3 ball. So 110 -167.5.
I'm really starting to get into these Olympics. Soupy, coming over to you, big boy. Where you headed today?
So I just found out that Juan Soto is not a Leo, but let's go to the Nats and the Diamondbacks.
What is
Nats? He's born on October 25th.
Oh, it's a Scorpio. I'm the 23rd.
There you go.
Oh.
Nats have scored 8 or more runs in 3 of the last 4 games. Diamondbacks are averaging 6.8 runs in their last 6. It's Patrick Corbin Day. Let's take the over. And Orioles tentatively facing a struggling Chris Bassett. And they still have one of the best lineups in the league. Get them over 4.5.
Boom, boom, boom. Before it turns over to 5, shout out to Brian in the chat. This show has no boundaries on topics. In a related subject, AB says, I'm going to go to a tarot card reader for picks and film it. AB, I can honestly say I've never wanted to see something more than that right there. You're up.
Donaldson Pike. All right. Right by the Regions Bank. That's where we're going. We're going to go film that. We're either going to get kicked out or we're going to have a good time. So either way, I'm fine with it. Now, I'd like to officially change my home run pick to Juan Soto because if he's a Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio. That means he's going yard today. Now, we've got the LinkedIn Classic here, the Marlins and the Rays over 7.5. Lots of people looking for jobs. All right, take that one -115. And then the Oakland A's team total over 3.5 at +105.
Oh, my goodness. All of a sudden, the chat has turned into birthday time.
Hey, everybody's got one.
Yeah, everybody's got one. Raphael, I'm guessing that you're really close to AB. You seem like you have the same time. Are you in an October birthday, Raphael?
Yeah, 21st, Libra.
How did I know that? Interesting. Yeah. We need to do some kind of huge. B Mills, this is something we got to do. AB, he says we need to do some kind of huge food thing for AB for your birthday. I think that's what we need to do. We got to figure something.
You know
out.
what? I'm in.
If it involves food, you're always in. I don't even have to ask.
Yeah,
we're still waiting for the Factor meals to show up for you to eat on.
So, all right. So I've got an update on that. All right.
Yes.
So They will they ship every Tuesday. Okay. That's how they go because they've got weekly plans, right? So
Yes.
it's shipping and arriving a week from today. So Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, is when we'll get down on the show.
Let's go. Factor
Yep.
meals. Factor meals. We love you. We
Yep.
love you. We love you. Can't wait next Wednesday.
protein
Mark
one.
it down.
Protein.
Soupy, real quick, where can we find all your stuff, sir?
Bettingpros.com and fantasypros.com because fantasy football is almost here. Hall of Fame game this Thursday.
If you are utilizing fantasy football and the Hall of Fame game in the same sentence, you are officially a degenerate.
We will be doing DFS for the Hall of Fame game. It's there. We're taking it.
AB, I feel like on some level we have to do some fantasy this year. We've got to incorporate it somewhere, somehow. I know Soupy's going to do it for us. It goes against everything I believe in, but I know we need to do it.
But aren't you in a Big Brother fantasy league?
It's not a fantasy league. It's a pool. You draft 2 guys or girls, and you watch them throughout. It's not a fantasy.
So you draft players, and through the whole season, you watch them.
I don't bench them. I don't have to put them in the starting lineup based off of who's head of household. I don't have to do that. I just watch the 2. Good point by you, however. Very good.
My favorite line ever. It's not a fantasy league. It's a pool.
And on that note, it's time for the closing bell. All right. Howie Schwab always looking out. What do you think Howie would say today, AB, about this show?
Well, it would contain some curse words, so we couldn't put it on the air. However, that's why we love him. Absolutely love him. He'd say, "What the hell are we talking about?"
Yes, exactly right. What did the crew choose today? Because I think we're going to go 2 days in a row here.
I do too. And in perfect Howie fashion, rolling with an over, baby. Blue Jays, Orioles, over 8.5. The crew's feeling it. You're feeling it. Howie's feeling it. The Big Brother pool is feeling it. Also, speaking of Big Brother, Angela is crazy. Coming after my man, Matt. He didn't do anything wrong. Leave him alone.
He did nothing wrong.
No.
He did nothing wrong, and he gets eliminated? Are you kidding me right now? Oh. By the way, AB, I've never been more serious about something than what I'm getting ready to say right here, right now. I've joked around a lot. I've taken things and I've dusted it off. But I may have to hit the block button for real because Big Cheesy just said this. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, Big Brother Fantasy League. Coach, what a nerd. That show stinks. You can say a lot of things, Big Cheesy. You can come after my family. You can talk about my dog, but if you ever talk about Big Brother like that again, you will be blocked forever. Am I going too far, AB? Is that too far? And AB's internet goes out right at the end of the show. That is truly what this show needed right there. Carl says Howie would have been blessing us with much more Olympics plays. RIP to the GOAT. He would have done that too. Man, we miss Howie so much. But we try to honor him every single day. So, ladies and gentlemen, producer man, thank you for the one shot. It is now time for you to go out into the world, for you to be kind to one another, for you to pay it forward, be honest with each other. It's the only way that this thing can work. And understand this, on this glorious Tuesday, when we have DTL Golf Live at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, there is only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My attacker, Lou. My man from the Dirty Charles. My numbers guy, Rafael Esparza. Best beard in the game, Soupy. My partner, AB. And producer man, always behind the scenes, making the show look like $1 million. I am simply the coach. Trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about every single damn day right here on Driving the Line. Good luck.